For the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be traveling to Morocco.
This place is so beautiful. So beautiful.
It's my first time in the country, and I'll be joined by 12 other people on a 9-day group tour.
Hello, we come to Morocco.
This is a place I've been wanting to go to for years, actually. So this was where they had the arena for Gladiator.
Starting from Marrakesh, we'll be doing a loop through the mountains, deserts, and coastline of southern Morocco.
Welcome to Sahara.
These fish have been locally caught on the ports today.
Hamid's picking for us because he knows what's what.
And we will take it to a local restaurant to be cooked and grilled for us.
Assalamu alaikum.
This house, as he said, it's 400 years old. Okay?
Together, we'll be experiencing the colourful towns, the rich culture, the delicious food, and the incredible natural wonders of Morocco.
The roller coaster ride has started.
That blew my mind.
But seeing like the shadows of all the camels against the sand dunes and the sun is setting and everyone's all there.
Having a damn good time. So this tour is going to be something a bit different for me because it's the first one I've hosted and organised myself. And how this came about was my good friends Darren and Bev that I've known since I was like a teenager. They've recently set up a travel agency called Intrepid Travel. And we started talking about potential ways that we could work together, and then they started approaching different tour companies and travel companies, and one that showed real interest was Intrepid Travel. And they were like, well, if Karl's got that YouTube channel with that audience, we can create him a bespoke tour and you can put it on sale to that audience. And one of the first countries we started looking at was Morocco. So we started going through their different Morocco tours and itineraries and cherry-picked the bits we liked and created something brand new for our own bespoke itinerary, and then we put it on sale to my followers. Unfortunately, the tour sold out in an hour, and even though we just did it on a first come first served basis, we've actually ended up with quite an interesting mixture of people. So some people in the group that I've never met before, like Christy, Michael and Stian. Then there's people I know from the travel content creator community like Anastasia, Charlie and Shu. And Charlie and Shu are going to be filming stuff for their own YouTube channels on the tour as well.
It's my first time in Morocco and then first time in North Africa, so I'm very, very excited.
And then there's other friends I've met on previous trips, such as Bart, who's from the Netherlands but I met in Australia, and then Mike from Canada, who I also met in Australia, and I met him way back on the HK2NY around the world trip that I did with my best mate James. It's like the end of Lord of the Rings. He was on the Outback tour with us, and then we also met up with him again in Toronto right towards the end of the trip.
I'll get you there, Frodo.
Frodo and Sam. So he's going to be coming on the tour with his girlfriend Christy, and the last time I saw him was like a year and a half ago, so it's going to be amazing to have them both on board. And then Darren and Bev are obviously coming as well.
You are a prince and she's a princess.
No, he's not a prince. He's not a prince. And then we've also had a last minute addition to the tour because James is coming along as well.
Look at all the cameras.
Got all the cameras. I'm famous James.
This is how famous I am.
Dance monkey. Now he's been spending the last few months traveling around Mexico, so he's now going to be flying out straight to Morocco and joining us there. And the really cool thing is, because he's been added last minute, no one else on the tour knows he's coming. And so what I really want to do is try and surprise Mike, because the last time the two of them saw each other was over 6 years ago in Toronto.
Oh, my love.
So yeah, hopefully I can pull that off, but then we're going to get there, and then Intrepid is still giving us a local guide and a local driver.
It's in Morocco. If we know the answer, it's yes. If not, we will make something up.
Because even though I'm hosting and organising the tour, it's still my first time in Morocco, so the whole idea of this thing is like, we'll create this bespoke trip, I'll be making my video as always, and then let's all go experience this country together for the first time. So yeah, I'm flying out from Gatwick tomorrow, and Charlie, she's on the same flight as me, so I'm going to meet up with her at the airport.
Another 6 minutes will be enough. 6 minutes?
6 minutes.
That's probably the most excited I've been about a trip in a long time, because I know we've got an awesome group of people. I know we're going to an amazing country. Everyone raves about Morocco. We've got an amazing tour set up. I'm mean, I hope so, because I picked the itinerary, so...
I am feeling a little bit nervous because I've never been to this sort of country before, but I'm pretty excited because I just love going on group tours.
I'm very curious how this is going to turn out. It's going to be so much fun. Ready, Charlie?
Hell yeah.
It was just a short 3.5-hour flight down from London to Marrakesh, where I'd booked an airport transfer to take us to our hotel for the first couple of nights.
We've arrived at our hotel for the start of the tour. James and I have a twin room, and there's a bit of discrepancy in the size of the beds.
Heads,
Yeah.
I win. Tails, you lose.
No, heads, I win.
Tails, you lose.
So James has this tonight, and I sleep in the naughty corner. Anyway, here's some James's packing tips for traveling.
Always remember to bring cats, because you never know how many you might need.
Or lose.
Or lose. Don't forget your rum. And always remember, you might need to have a disguise.
Anyway, just found out the mics arrived, so let's see if you can surprise him down at the pool. Mikey, got a surprise for you.
Oh, no way. You are kidding me.
Oh, he's gonna cry.
You got an egg, little bastard. I saw you in some posts you put on Facebook, and I was like, oh, he's not coming. He's not coming.
Well, I might leave, won't you piss me off?
Got him to come. This is epic. All we need is Scotty Australia. It'll be
set.
That's crazy, buddy. When you get in.
Anyway, for our first evening, a few of us got a taxi into town to explore the main square of the Medina and try and find some food.
People sort of say the Medina in Marrakesh is super intense. So let's see how we do.
Jamal Lafna is the busiest square in Africa, filled with locals and tourists alike, with everything from food stalls to snake charmers, storytellers, dancers and magicians.
Seems fun on first impressions though, it's pretty lively. Anyone need any flip-flops? Straight over the snake. No.
I want some orange juice.
Yeah, that's this.
How much is orange juice?
Kapsim this 5, kapsim this 10. Cheers.
This is what
Oh, it's very fresh. Very orangey.
And it's a really hard place to film actually, because everything you point your camera at, they're like, no, money. I was just walking around talking to the camera like I am now, and then two guys and monkeys jumped on me. No. I'm not scared. Welcome. When you come to Marrakesh, don't do this, okay?
Standard.
No. Take the camera, just take it.
Oh my goodness.
It's not something I condone. Do not pay for monkeys here. They're in captivity. It's messed up. They treat them so badly. I mean, the size of the cages those monkeys are kept in, it's just terrible. But I'm going to keep it in the film just to show you how easily they can come after you. I mean, especially if you're walking around with a camera and they just see you go straight over to you.
Moroccan tagine.
First proper full-on meal in Morocco. So we got Moroccan tagine. Don't really know what's tagine.
It's a slowly simmered stew and it's named after the clay pot.
Okay, so it's a slowly simmered stew that's named after the clay pot, as we all know. And when you come to Morocco, it's just something you have to try immediately. And when I travel, the best way to experience the culture is through food. So that's why I make lots of food videos. So yeah.
So tagine is slowly simmered meat, and you can add in various spices and dried fruits and nuts. You can add in lemon, honey, and then it's slowly simmered so all the juices come out, and it's like a mix of sweet and savoury. It's a crucial part of northern African cuisine.
Hey, see, look at that, you see.
Just ice cream.
Aaron's dinner is arrived.
That'll do for me.
Ice cream.
Whilst everyone finished up their meal, I went to meet James, who just got a taxi into town after sleeping off some of his jet lag.
Just been for a meal, but now James is back.
There he is, just had a little nap. We're gonna have like a little wander around the square. And first impressions, James? Still waking up. I was saying there's two things not to do here, which is, you know, go for the monkeys or snakes. They're all like capped and stuff. And yet they just jumped on you with them. We're literally just walking and they paused for 2 seconds. They were grabbing us by the arm, just poked the snakes over us. Ah, no, I'm good, I'm good. I'm not scared, I just... I don't know if this guy's even alive. Don't condone what we did. Try not to do it, but sometimes they just grab you and you just have to sort of politely get out of it.
I got dragged into that, like...
It's like it's not something you really want to be doing. Alright, it's our first proper full day in Marrakesh. We had a little wander around in Medina last night. Like, everyone said it's like super intense here. It's fine. Like, I mean, it depends what you're used to, but like, compared to India, it's a breeze. It's actually quite relaxing walking around here. So, we're gonna spend basically the day exploring all the different sites of Marrakesh. Have a good wander around, then tomorrow we'll start the tour.
First off, we went to explore the souks, which are the traditional markets. Historically, they were divided into different retail areas for particular goods, but now they've also got plenty of stalls selling souvenirs for tourists.
So the souks here are basically like an endless labyrinth of stalls, all pretty much selling a variety of 5 different things.
Cameraman, yeah, that's cameraman.
They sell plenty of bags.
Yes,
and
baby,
bags.
come on.
And they have guys who are very horny. One thing you do have to watch out for when you're walking around here is people come through on motorbikes and scooters, like full pelt on these tiny, narrow, crowded streets. One of the other things to do in town to escape the sort of madness of the Medina is come to these gardens.
It's so peaceful here. Considering how hot Medina was, it's like what, 40 degrees?
Yeah.
It's actually not as hot in here. Maybe because we're surrounded by all the plants and stuff.
There's a shade as well.
Yeah, and the shade.
After this, I had to head back to the hotel to do some admin for the tour, but a few of the others continued to explore more of the town.
Secret garden!
It's very peaceful, but I thought it was going to be a lot bigger.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah?
So today's like the first day of the tour, but not actually really starting the tour till the day after. This is just the arrival day, so everyone can arrive whenever they want, but as long as they're here by today, because it's 6 o'clock this evening, we're having the briefing meeting. The welcome briefing meeting, which everyone needs to be here for.
We have come to the top of the photography museum and look at this view. It's absolutely stunning.
Basically means that for all of today you can do whatever you want.
Tagine and Tangier.
You can go explore Marrakesh, you can chill by the pool, you can do whatever you want. The only thing you need to do, the one thing you need to remember, is to be here for 6 p.m. for the welcome meeting.
And we're going to get a beer or a cocktail and then meet our guide over at 6 o'clock.
Everyone's here except there's 4 people that are late. Anastasia, Chu, Charlie and Michael.
We're actually running for time, but look.
But then I thought back, you know, since we're having almost like a little HK2NY reunion on this trip, I was like, what did we used to do when people were late for things on that trip? And I thought back to the Kiwi Experience bus where our driver Andrea had a copy of 50 Shades of Grey, and whoever was late for the bus had to read out a passage for it.
We're lost and we're totally late for the welcome meeting.
Yeah, sorry, Karl.
Sorry, Karl. Karl gave us one rule. He said we had to be there by 6. It's 6:10 and we are not anywhere remotely near where we're supposed to be.
We're here in the meeting room waiting, and I've noticed on the shelf, and this is absolutely true, I haven't made this up, they've got a copy of 50 Shades of Grey.
So, Karl, we apologise a lot.
Yeah,
we're sorry. We're sorry.
So, yeah, when they show up, we're going to get someone to read out little passages to the group.
Okay, holy crap, how? I ripped the packet open and the rubbery condom is all tacky to my fingers. Pinched the top and then rolled it down. You don't want... This is not going on his challenge. You don't want any air in the end of the... He pants. Oh my god. Christ, you're killing me here, Anastasia. I wasn't the only one that was late.
In the morning, we were finally ready to hit the road. And for our first day, we're going to be driving through the high Atlas Mountains to the beautiful ancient village of Ait Benhaddou, which is also famous as a location from Gladiator and Game of Thrones.
The whole group's here now, and after the briefing meeting, we met our guide Hamid, who seems like a really good laugh, gets the vibe of the group. Hello, mate! I'm looking forward to getting everyone on the bus and sort of really get the group gelling and enjoying the trip together. And this is when, you know, it feels like the adventure's probably going to start now.
This is Hamid, who is our tour guide.
My name is Hamid Benhaddou. I am from the High Atlas Mountains, but living in Marrakesh. I am doing this job like 10 years ago now, 5 years with Intrepid.
Just stopping on the way up to the High Atlas Mountains.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a lot more colourful than expected.
What's James getting himself into?
He wants to change this, my watch, for this.
Hamid just told us that this gentleman here is 107 years old.
Strong man.
So strong.
So we're just held up some roadworks where there's a digger pushing rocks onto the road. Off the cliff edge, boom, onto the road.
Oh! Oh my God! They are not going to stop us the whole day.
We'll be fine. Like, as soon as this guy comes, he'll flatten the road and we'll be on our way.
We'll be alright. You sometimes get warning signs saying watch out for like natural rock slides, but they're doing it on purpose.
Oh my God! How is this safe to go past even once they cleared it though? That's what I mean.
One way to find out.
And then after that, they're going to pick up little bits and walk past the minibus and try and sell us bits of rock.
So we might be held up here for a little while, but the important thing to remember is that Shu really needs the toilet.
This is not a happy stop.
What kind of weird?
Oh my
was it
God!
like a design?
Shall we clap him on the way back? I'm just holding my breath until we get past.
Always happy.
It's a rock.
What a funny joke!
Halfway through the first sort of proper day of the tour, and everyone's having fun on the bus. Spirits are high despite sort of, you know, the mountain falling down on the road.
Yeah.
Any day that we don't die on this tour is a good day. That's sort of the motto for the Karl Watson tours. Did we die? Did we die?
Did we die though?
Yeah.
Did we die? No, we didn't. No.
And that beer?
No, it doesn't have a birra here. And the birra?
And that beer?
Yeah, it's learning how to ask for the beer, you know?
All the important questions.
Yeah.
James, tell us what you put on your dietary requirements for the tour.
I can't exactly remember fully because I was on the beer when I was writing it.
Medical requirement, beer, no fish.
Driving along, there's a snake in the middle of the road, so we just stopped. Didn't want to run it over.
Come on, snake, we're waiting for you to cross. Walking.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
We find the snake.
James attracted a snake.
This is why we find the snake on the road, okay? Because somebody drank too much beer, okay?
Traveled to the Atlas Mountains. Was it called Tishka? What's it? Tishka, which means lost. 007.
I call him Jim's beer.
James beer.
That's the Jim's beer here. This man, yeah, Jim's beer.
So we're at the highest point of the highest road in Morocco, I think. Tishka Pass, 2,260 meters above sea level. The highest mountain in Morocco is about 4,000 meters, but this is the highest you can get by vehicle.
Not again.
After this, we turn off the main highway to take a more scenic route to Ait Benhaddou, with the first stop being for a late lunch.
I'm the one.
Look at the size of that potato. Everybody love that.
We've got a Berber omelette right
Like, what is it? Wait, you're on the
It's delicious.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't have an accent that I could use that'd be effective.
Back in Gladiator,
I can't say
I'd give this a boot to 7.
I give it a boot a 6.5.
Oh, sure.
A boot to 7, eh?
If you serve in Indian Moroccan people, you should do it high. To make fun, that means you are happy with them. You are happy, you know, when you go to someone's house and pour it really low, that means just have this tea and go. Okay, don't stay for the overnight. Like this. Oh my god.
Look how good I am.
What is like cheers?
Bisaha.
Pisaha.
Bisaha. Cheers, big ears. Bisaha. Bisaha, not Pizza Hut, mister, okay? Bisaha. Bisaha.
Bisaha.
Yeah, Bisaha. Bisaha.
Cheers.
Cheers, big ears.
Cheers, big ears.
Now we're winding through the Atlas Mountains. They call this bit like the rainbow part of the Atlas Mountains because of all the different colours from the different layers of rock. And yeah, it's about an hour and a half to Ait Benhaddou where we're spending the evening. We're going to do a sunset walk around the village and then get settled at the hotel. So that's the plan for the rest of the day.
We pulled over at a viewpoint of Draa Valley, which was absolutely gorgeous, although a little windy to get that perfect Instagram shot.
It's beautiful. It's really quite something, huh?
You look to the cliff over there is caves, troglodyte houses where the people used to live before they built their houses. And most of the villages here they did back to 500, 600 years ago.
The water comes down from the high Atlas Mountains. That's why you get the agriculture here, but this is just gorgeous. It's so gorgeous.
Karl, me and Bart have a question. Who are you talking to?
I was talking to the audience.
I know. Talking to the audience.
I was talking to you guys. You.
Don't listen to that.
Not you. Don't listen to him.
Who are you talking
Listen to me.
There's no one there, Karl.
I'm talking to him.
There's no one there. Turn it round. So nice, green and brown. What do you reckon?
I like reading that.
Good chat, guys. Just arrived at the hotel. It's pretty gorgeous. Got a little swimming pool outside. See what the rooms are like. Whoa! This room is crazy.
Right, I'm getting a king bed tonight. What do you think? First impressions of the rooms?
Well, I have. He says he's on zip code. You've got 4 singles.
Maybe 3.
This is new room record.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could flip.
It seems bigger than yours.
So I smashed 2 together.
You can even fit a small child on the couch if you want.
Yeah, it's basically the same setup.
Wow.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Crazy.
After a long day of driving, we got to chill by the pool for an hour before our evening walk around Ait Benhaddou.
This is a place I've been wanting to go to for years actually, and I love to say it's because of some cultural or historical significance, but it's because it was used in Gladiator, so...
Watch out, watch out! Balak! So no, it's not camels, it's dromedaries. It's with one hump. Yeah, because in Morocco or in Africa we have camels with one hump, means dromedaries.
You know what they call camels with 3 humps?
2 humps. Humphrey, yeah.
That was genuine offensive.
James, what we call fish without eye.
No idea.
Fish. Are we going up there?
Yeah.
Ait Benhaddou is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is a striking example of southern Moroccan architecture. Built in the 17th century, this kind of fortified village is known as a Qasar.
Because we have Kasbah, which is a fortified house, and Qasar, which is the fortified village. And within the village you can find many Kasbahs. Like this one got 4 Kasbahs, you see?
The buildings are made of red clay bricks and the walls are about 40 to 50 centimeters thick, which keeps it cool inside during the very hot days. And there's many long and narrow alleys winding their way up the hill between the old houses.
Welcome to my home.
You like it?
Yeah, pretty pretty.
Did you like it?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh my God.
I like it a lot.
That's it.
Here we go again.
Save me, man! I can't make it to the top. Help me!
Don't worry, Frodo. I got you.
We can do it! We can do it!
You're like, your video's got no originality, you just play on nostalgia. No originality, just play on nostalgia.
The construction of the Qasar on this hill was for strategic purposes, with the surrounding river and nearby mountains creating a natural fortress around the oasis. It used to be an important trading post, built only on one side of the hill so that the caravans travelling from the mountains south through the valley wouldn't see it as they approached.
So some of them, they call them, they steal the road. They don't pay taxes. So they need to build that village here, hide. They don't expect it to stop here and pay taxes, and then they continue their way down to the Sahara and then down to Mali, to Timbuktu.
So I'm still trying to figure out where they built the arena for Gladiator. Maybe this bit down here.
There's been over 20 films shot here in Ait Benhaddou, most famously featured in Gladiator, released in 2000, where they built an entire arena using the exact same materials the rest of the village was made from.
What is this? Karl, what is it?
So this was where they had the arena for Gladiator. There's not much left. Are you not entertained?
It just kind of sounded like thousands of people.
Yeah. The sound of thousands of people subscribing. Shadows and dust.
More recently, they shot scenes from Game of Thrones here, and this was back when Daenerys was into freeing slaves rather than, sleeping with her nephew and murdering everyone.
Well, love that. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful place. Alright, good morning. Had a lovely night's sleep in the awesome hotel here. Basically, first thing we're doing this morning, we're going to drive only like half an hour to the Ouarzazate film studios. Then we're driving through the Draa Valley, and then tonight we're in a town that's like a small oasis town right on the edge of the Sahara. So yeah, should be another fun little road trip day with everyone.
And exciting for another day. Another adventure. This is the capital of flies, there is too many flies.
We just have to see if everybody's going to be on time for 9:30, or whether someone could be reading a passage from 50 Shades of Grey.
Somehow you've instilled absolute panic into everyone being late.
Good, the plan's working.
Who's late?
I'm not late. I'm on time.
9:30.
It's 9:30 exactly.
Very glam.
I'm on time.
I know. She's always like this. She's like,
Where's Anastasia?
That looks like a 31 on that clock to me.
Yes, 9:31, Anastasia.
All agreed?
Yes.
All agreed.
Pick a good passage, Karl.
I've got it ready.
You really
the best thing is the character's name is Anastasia. So. This is your diary.
I'm admitting.
Hey, 9:32.
I mean, it's not crime, guys. Come on.
That's not a crime.
But there's still a punishment. It might not be a crime.
Let me guess.
Anastasia, here you are.
Hamid, I'm really sorry about what you're about to hear.
No, I'm not. I like it.
I like it. So you want me to you again? He whispers in my ear, and he begins to trail feather-like kisses around my ears, down my neck.
Keep going.
He can see my cheeks slowly and then trails my fingers down between my legs. I'm going to take you from behind, Anastasia. How do you enjoy this, Hamid?
I really enjoyed it, especially with your voice. It's incredible.
We're in the town Ouarzazate, and this is their huge film studios. Yeah, we've got 45 minutes to have a little tour around, learn about the movies made here.
I am Spartacus.
I am Spartacus.
I am Spartacus.
I'm James.
Oh, it's him. He's the one.
Okay, welcome to Atlas Studios. The Atlas Studio is the biggest studio in Africa. We have some accessories they use in some movies. For example, the airplane from the movies The Jewel of the Nile with Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner. And the army trucks from the movies Black Hawk Down. Black Hawk Down was an American movie. It was a story about war in Somalia.
The reason they use Morocco for movie sets is because there's a variety of landscapes, and it's a cheap, safe alternative to shooting in lots of other places. It basically doubles up as many African countries, many Middle Eastern countries. So the castle set back there was used in Kingdom of Heaven, doubled as Jerusalem. It's also been used in Vikings and Game of Thrones Season 3, where she burns everyone with the dragons. She does that in most seasons.
Can we go inside?
Yeah. Careful there.
Go on then. Hey, he's got it.
You should know what to get him for Christmas.
That's a good call.
Could you wait here, please? I would like to surprise you. Come with me.
I'll surprise you.
See you, Shu. What's the safe word?
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Welcome to my palace. You may all worship me now.
What's going on, Shu?
Just casually Cleopatra. And
You're just kicking your legs, so queen-like.
Welcome to my kingdom. You can leave your offerings.
This is for you, Cleopatra.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. What is this? Treasure
It's
from
litter.
Wow.
Did you another little treasure from the future for you?
Never coming down.
It was with the book and the movies that
Everybody enjoy the studio tours? So basically we're just stopping off the town Ouarzazate to stock up some beers to have in the Sahara Desert, because obviously there's no shops in the Sahara Desert.
Morocco is a Muslim country, and 99% Muslims, very open Muslims actually. Alcohol, it's not allowed in the religion, not allowed in the Quran, but we still got some people, they break the rules and they drink. Recently there is a report that said Moroccans drink alcohol more than milk. It's about 131 liters per year, so...
They don't mind tourists drinking?
No, they don't mind at all. They don't mind tourists drinking, no problems. You can do what you want. It's a country of freedom, you know.
It's not part of the Islamic way to drink alcohol, but a lot of Moroccans still do, and happy for tourists to do. They'll take our money, so, you know. See? Look at these guys are all alcoholics. They're about to go in there and buy some.
What have you stocked up on?
Chocolate,
Yeah.
beer.
Nice. Heineken.
We're having Heineken because I want to introduce Heineken to the entire world.
Like all those years earlier.
Since we'd stopped in town, we decided to head through the souk and get lunch here before hitting the road this afternoon.
What is that fruit?
That's the prickly pear.
Oh.
In Morocco we eat the prickly pear. You can have, it's very prickly, don't touch it, please. Look at the guy, he's wearing the gloves and he's taking the skin off, you know, and we eat what is inside. You can try it, okay?
Thank you. Shukran. Right.
That's the wasp you find in your room?
It's like mango, but the sweetness. Kind of got pips inside.
Is it sweet?
Pips though, isn't it?
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, what Shu said. She's better at describing food. You know.
And today we're actually going to go for something that is not Moroccan because we've got some tagines over the next few days.
Little breather, little time out before we go back in with the cultural food.
The nod. The Karl Watson nod. Okay, I'm coming over here now. Oh, yeah. I'm driving. Don't have a license, but yeah, here we go.
As we began driving, Hamid decided to introduce us to some famous Arabic pop songs.
He's thinking about his mum. Hug me, my mum. I can feel the heat with you and the love. My mum, you are everything in my life. Go, 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 my mum. Come on, let's do it nice. I love you, mum.
Where are we, Hamid?
We are in a place called Ait. It's a part of the Zagora mountains. It's like anti-Atlas mountains. Oh, flies, they love cameras. So anytime there is camera, flies coming.
Like, do you want a lizard? No.
This is James, this is Hamid, nice to meet you. Nice, where are you from?
I'm from England.
Ah, where about?
Everywhere.
Bristol.
Bristol, you remembered.
Assalamu alaikum.
This is our driver Lahsen.
Okay, Habibi.
He's from the High Atlas Mountains.
We love you.
He's smart. They love you. Say I love you too.
I love you too.
Well, we're doing a little pit stop to get some scarves for the Sahara.
This is a tutorial on how to do a scarf by
And you hold that, we turn it like that and we make a knot. We twist it like that. We turn it around the head. Is it not tight?
It's very tight.
You look very Moroccan.
Ah, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Surprise, it's me.
That was his plan.
Yes, small one 60, big one is 100.
That's looking the business, isn't it?
What do you reckon?
The
colours are right. By myself.
We're ready for the Sahara.
Very ready. Ready for Sahara.
Oh. Got Karl and Lachlan.
Oh, don't break the plates, oh my god.
She's doing the Instagram dance. What's your name?
Abdul.
Abdul?
Trésor du désert from Marrakech.
Okay.
Morocco, yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's a lovely shop you have.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. Beautiful. You bought a knife.
Dagger. Ceremonial dagger.
What's up?
Dangerous. This man is dangerous.
We're spending the afternoon driving along the gorgeous Draa Valley, which is the longest valley in Morocco, stretching for 1,100 kilometers.
It's a bit hot in the van this afternoon, but we're all having a good time. Tunes playing, spirits are still high. I'm cracking up a beer as well, so life's good. Whoa! So this is the largest palm tree oasis thing in all of Morocco. It's insane. Have a look at this.
Okay, you can see there's a lot of towers. That means there is villages inside of the palm grove. You see, there is the mosque towers, the water towers. That means there is people living there. What's this? That's the Moroccan rock. After 10 minutes, we will be in the hotel. In the hotel, there is a pool where you can swim. The wind is good. It's not that hot. Like a big day, stay bum bum.
Break time!
Today's been a very chill day, really, and it's nice, you know, sometimes when you're on a tour it can be a bit full on, because you can be like bang, 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 see this, see that, and you just get a bit burnt out and end up not appreciating what's in front of you. So having easier days like this is nice, because we can just spend the evening chilling by the pool. This hotel has a bar, so we can sit here, relax, take it easy, and then tomorrow we head to the Sahara Desert, which is probably the thing everyone's been most looking forward to.
So the only person missing from the drinking section
is the Irishman, which makes no sense.
No sense at all.
Yeah.
Here
On FaceTime all the way from his room.
Are we now watching him walk down to the pool?
Come on, Mike. Hey! 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, I think it's over. He's cutting him up.
You cheat, man, you cheat. You gotta do something.
I can't tell you how happy I am right now to be in Morocco with this group of people. It is crazy because I couldn't have asked for a better group, which I know sounds soppy, but I got people here I've only just met. I got people here I've met traveling. I got people I've met through the travel community. I got people I've known since I was a kid, and I got my best buddy James here. To all be here in this hotel in Morocco on an amazing tour is just so random, so crazy. It's just, it's overwhelming.
Cheers, she's cheersing with a bottle.
The plan for today is we'll be stopping in the village of Tamgroot. Then, after having a local lunch, we'll be transferring into jeeps to take us to our camp deep in the Sahara desert, where we'll do a camel ride at sunset before sleeping under the stars.
So this is the exciting day to go to the Sahara. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. This is Zagora, this is the meeting of the caravans during the strategic trade that's happened between the north of Morocco or Europe and the south of Africa, like Timbuktu. Timbuktu used to be a very good market during this era. So the caravans, they meet here, especially in this place, and they change horses, donkeys to camels, and then they can walk about 52 days to Timbuktu. So it will be about 4,000 kilometers. They bring slaves every spices, and then they get salt from Morocco, they get like silver, and they change, you know, they change the merchandise.
Awesome. You're just reading it off there, that's cheating.
No, I didn't do
It was just a half-hour drive to the village of Tamgroot, where we'll be visiting an ancient library and also learning how the community creates pottery.
The number of flies everywhere is increasingly getting more annoying.
This is the season of flies because of date.
So this place was used like as a centre for religious and educational purposes in town. And our guide was explaining that the handles on this door, like there's one side for men, one side for women, and lower handles for younger boys and girls. And if you knock it 3 times and then go and lean up against the window, you can make a wish.
How do you feel, Anna?
Well, I've got my fingers crossed.
What?
Hopefully that will come true.
Stars.
What? That's like the opposite.
What do you mean?
You can't cross your
If you cross your fingers, it means that it
doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I haven't crossed them.
Oh my god, you've just opened a world of pain.
cursed us all.
I don't know exactly all of
So we're about to go into a really, really old library. I think it's 7th century. And we can't take any pictures or film, so see you in a second. Hamid was trying to introduce me to the kids. You point the camera at them, they just go run. The camera is some kind of powerful weapon, it just makes them go away.
Why are they scared of the camera?
Yeah, they don't want to be famous.
They don't want to be famous.
Yeah, this is why they scared of the camera.
Ah, I see. Which is fair enough. I'm walking around that village. I have no right to film them. So if they don't want to be filmed, don't want to be filmed. It's completely fair.
We are in a pottery village called Damgrut. So this is, most of the villages and the families we pass near, they live from this place. They get the clay, very good clay from the palm grove there, and then they do it in a basic way. That you see everything by hand and not that much. So to make this kind of tiles and tagines, plates, pots, all what we see, and they are very famous by the green color. The special green color comes only from here. When you see it in Marrakech or other places, it comes from Damgrut, because how they get this green, they need the magnesium with the 1000 degrees of heat. This is Abdurrahman. You can learn. That's the owner of the place.
Thank you.
Him and his family looking after this. These stages and this work for many generation.
Yeah, and it all funds the community.
Yeah, all funds community.
Like the people work, they decorate it, and then when people come and pay, it gets shared amongst everybody. So it's like a community business.
Yeah. Beautiful place, man.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, please.
Thank you.
Marhaba.
You see the trees of where they get the cotton out. You see this flowers.
Nice.
There we go. Cotton before this is the ripe one, and this one is still grey.
Perfect.
And everywhere you can hear Jim's beer. Jim's beer is there again. How to be a big drinker without making trouble.
Without making trouble.
What?
I haven't made any trouble. He's #1 troublemaker.
No.
Number one fun.
Number one fun.
Yeah, number one fun.
Number one fun, yeah. We come to the Sahara Desert. What we can see is still the Draa Valley, the longest valley in Morocco. You can see how spectacular.
Guys, come on in.
So yeah, we're basically in a tiny little village right on the edge of the Sahara Desert. This is as far as our main van can go. We're going to grab some lunch, transfer into the jeeps, and head into the desert. You're looking good, mate. You're looking good.
Hello. Welcome to Morocco. Hey.
Yes, mate. Well done. Well done.
So, Rami Malik.
Bonjour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
Microphone.
These kind of villages you can find a lot of children, so you can imagine how hot is in here in this area.
Yeah. Up here? Down here.
Mike, you made some friends with the kids. High fives.
Yes, I did. That's wonderful.
Experience, Christy.
A little child poked my breast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Violated.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. Marhaban bikum.
Marhaban means you are welcome. Welcome to here.
Marhaban bikum.
This house, as he said, it's 400 years old. Okay?
1 minute, please.
Wow. We're having lunch here and we haven't even had a bite to eat yet, but it's already the best lunch we've had because this setting is incredible. We're in a 400-year-old house and it's kind of, it's a cliche thing to say, but it looks like a movie set. This is so incredible.
Hello, we come to Morocco. This is our house where we have a lunch and tea demonstration. I will show you, this is the sugar. This is 2 kilos. We made that in Morocco actually.
Steady, Christy.
The green tea. Your hands need to be clean and soft. No, so you just clean. They couldn't drink. That's a pipe, no, this is a scoop. Scoop for the soup. Okay. So a little bit of water to wash. This is the sugar, it's broken now. It's okay to use. Fun. Wow. Then we need to put it on the fire for a few minutes, okay? And we test the first one because this is one with sugar. We will see if the sugar enough or not. or it's very sweet?
I think that's probably enough.
Cheers, big ears.
Cheers.
Sahara.
Sahara. Bismillah.
It's sweet. This is a Moroccan way.
It's so hot. I'm trying to do it properly.
That's why like everywhere else.
Burn my tongue.
Yes.
I'll do it again later.
I think this is bread, oven baked, soft flour, the scent when it comes out of the oven. It's beautiful.
Soft flour.
Oh my god.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
They just make shit up. You can compare it to the soft fluffiness of the clouds.
Do it seductively.
It's like a little bit of heaven. You should try, man.
A piece of heaven?
A piece of heaven. Oh, here we go.
Oh, what's this one? Omelette.
They use soft flour.
Is this made of soft flour?
It's made of delicate eggs and.
He's cutting the egg. Can't put your plate there.
No. Boom. Right on the napkin.
Was that chicken in it?
What is this one?
Got some Berber omelettes here, lovingly fried from the heavens above.
Are you hearing
It's got
Those were my words. They were literally my words.
Oh yeah.
اللحم ولا الدجاج؟ اللحم دجاج. دجاج.
How was that?
It's hot.
Delicious so far.
It's delicious.
We're good.
One thing that's really good as well, it's a very good like Moroccan thing to do, is to dip the bread in the tagine juice, which Anastasia is about to demonstrate.
We have to find out what they put in the Berber omelette.
Really good. It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
As always, when it comes to describing food, I just say what Shu said. It's just, yeah, it's great. Lamb, good. Omelette, good. Meat, good.
Sounds like a big jump.
Ready for the Sahara?
Yeah. I'm so ready.
Now we're just transferring off the van into the 4x4 Jeeps to head into the Sahara Desert.
So now we are ready. We'll come to Morocco. Welcome to the Sahara.
So it's a 3-hour drive to the camp, completely off-road. So we're stocking up on supplies.
I got our driver Mustafa here. Take us into the desert. Let's go. We're in the dunes now. The roller coaster ride has started.
Oh my god! So fun!
How are we doing in the back?
We're doing good. Yeah. Shaking but not stirring.
That's awesome. Really good.
How do you really find it, Bev?
No, it was really good once I'd worked out that you lot were speeding. That's no problem.
Nothing phases her.
Me too, nothing phases me.
Yeah.
I took it like
Lots of
a man.
strange noises from Christy.
Yes, man noises,
Yeah.
because I took it like a man.
What's up, Mohammed?
So this is his name is Makishman? Muad, Mustafa, and Mustafa, so two Mustafas and Ibrahim, okay? So this is our pilots, very famous, they know the way very well because they grow up here.
Well, well, well.
Lady first.
How are you, Shu?
I'm very, very well.
By well, she means wet. She means warm.
As well. She said as well.
That's the funny one, isn't it?
Just gonna cool down. Just put it on my head. Put it on my head.
Inshallah! That's how they cool down in the Sahara.
That feels better. See? Air condition. Surviving the Sahara is easy. Just find it well.
Yeah.
Cool down.
That's amazing.
Oh my god.
There you go, ladies. I've been baptised in a desert.
Yeah, take it off. It'll feel better.
Yeah, take off your shirt, bitch.
Fine, ladies, God.
Just
wait. Don't beg.
Stop turning his head like a camel.
How was that for you, ladies?
Oh, it was good. It was good.
Next. No one?
Mine.
Referee,
Charlie, take your top off. Shu, take your top off. Stasia, come on, get your top off.
We've all done it, you know. Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Woo! We boot bump.
Good job, man. Good job.
Oh man, this is fun. This is really, really fun. I'm having a damn good time. I think it's another half an hour, then we get to the camp, but I'm having a very, very good time. What is it?
Date.
A date? Bad date.
أنا سلمتكم مرحبا بكم في الصحراء. يلا مرحبا بكم يوجي بكم بعد.
What is it?
We survived.
Are we supposed
We
to
survived.
Oh, it's amazing. I had so much fun.
That blew my mind.
That was actually incredible, and I can't believe that's only the start of getting us to here. So it's not even like properly started yet.
Yep. So I guess is where we're going to be sleeping tonight, in these tents. That'll be the campfire later.
We will have millions of stars tonight.
Will we?
Because it's not cloudy.
Yay!
That's lucky.
What are we about to do, kids?
We're about to ride a camel
Hell yeah.
for an hour around the Sahara Desert.
Ready to go? Ready to go. Sahara Desert, bitches!
So this is the camel men, camel drivers. We call them camel drivers. So they are nomad living here with their camels, so they will harass the camels to do the camel ride. The camels, they are vegetarians, but they will bite you if you touch their face or eyes or something. Okay, so I will start to show you how to ride and how to hold. It's the same as a horse, but it's higher than the horse, okay? It's hard, okay? You hold on and lean back. And then that's it.
Wow,
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
What? It's not easy peasy lemon squeezy at all.
Come on, okay?
Exciting, Chrissy.
Oh yeah. Super nervous, honestly.
Yeah.
And you're up.
Yeah.
There you go, Christy.
You did it. How you feeling up there? That's hot.
It's high.
Oh my god.
Time for the camel safari. Everyone's up, pretty much. Everyone's as comfy as they're gonna get. So let's go. James, true to form, gets a beer ordered to the camel ride. Hamid ran back to get him a beer.
50 days to Timbuktu.
Hey Christy.
Hey.
How are you enjoying it?
It's very peaceful, actually. Not nearly as uncomfortable as people made it sound.
Right?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I think my camel just farted, but we're still going.
Oh yeah, sure, your camel definitely farted.
Yeah, can you smell it?
Just so you know.
Yeah. It's pretty pungent. Seeing like the shadows of all the camels against the sand dunes, and the sun is setting and everyone's still there.
How was it, Christy?
It was wonderful. Surprisingly peaceful. I'm really glad I did it.
That was pretty spectacular.
It's literally like unlike anything I've ever done. It's so good.
There you go. Here's my mate. Well done. That was amazing. And they seem to look after the camels well. They're not like, you see other ones where they're like chained up by the nose and stuff, but these guys, they seem okay. So we finished the camel ride, now we're just going to go watch sunset up there on the high dune. This place is so beautiful. So beautiful. It's actually one of those places hard to put the camera down because it's just so many good shots everywhere you look, but then you also want to remember to enjoy it with your own eyes. The sand's really warm, it's actually quite nice. I think during the day it might be too hot, but right now it's a nice temperature. Fuck me, that's hard work. Oh, how's everyone feeling?
Good.
Good?
Good.
You're good, Mike?
Oh, aces, mate, aces.
All good?
All good.
Made it.
Yeah.
For
sunset.
Just. Oh, that was hard work. Yeah, I've been in sand dunes before, but nothing as vast as this. What I'm looking at right now, as far as I can see, is just endless sand dunes until the mountains over there, which is Algeria.
No, everyone.
Good job.
Mate.
Be proud.
I'm proud,
Good.
but I'm also, it's the first time on this trip where I've felt my age over you. I am proper fucking knackered. This is what it's about. It's about pushing yourself to stuff you wouldn't have done.
That's what we call fucking fabulous.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cheers, buddy.
That's what it's all about.
Cheers.
We did it! Woo! Sarah's there like, oh my god.
Well, the sun's about to go down, so what I'm going to do is turn the camera off and just enjoy this to ourselves. So, see you in a minute.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Two members of the group.
Right.
And then there was 11.
I'm walking down at a leisurely pace. Like this.
First half of the trip has been fantastic. Everyone seems to be having a good time and I'm having a great time, so.
It's actually been incredible so far.
Yeah, I would say today overall was probably my favourite, which, I mean, considering how good it's been, that today was the best day, it really was amazing.
Oh, the lunch today was so good.
Yeah, the lunch.
So unexpected and just amazing to get that local experience.
Yeah. I would say that I like the library because there was the old guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
That, I know that's not on film, and so I get that the other
The best moment was the moment you can't see.
Sorry. I realize that now when I said it.
Sucks to be you, viewers.
Yeah, my favorite moment is the Sahara.
Good. Yeah. Everybody riding into the sunset with our camels.
Having some great friends to get us to the top of that ridge. Because I didn't think I'd actually get there at all.
Getting to the top, seeing I hadn't been beaten by the sunset. Share it with you lot.
Just to explain what's happening here. I've known Darren since I was 13. Darren doesn't drink beer. I've never
drink anything.
I've never had a beer with him in my entire life. But he's now going to have one. As he's just climbed the dune in the Sahara Desert together.
And I'm fucking knackered. Excuse me.
Cheers. I've had many drinks with Bev. Bev loves a good drink, so it's nothing new there. The highlight of this tour is nobody's died so far.
But did we die?
Did we die? Did we die? No. And everyone's having an awesome time. Couldn't ask for a better group. Hamid's doing his best.
Everything is highlight here. You know, I didn't feel like I'm working.
Sorry, I was kicking.
So, but you make it easy for me.
Yeah, I think everything, and I think this group makes it even better.
Oh. There you go.
That's what you wanted.
Big up Bima.
Lights out for that moment.
Like cheers, 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 cheers.
It's hard to describe how happy I am right now. Just to be on this adventure with new friends, old friends, and everything in between. It's just incredible. It's funny how life works out, and yeah, life is very good right now. So cheers to that.
Yeah, welcome back to civilization.
Come in, my friend. I take care of you. Come in. Come in.
It's the goat on the trees. It exists only in Morocco.
Now on the Atlantic Ocean coast.
We've been set a challenge.
We're going to give you 100 dirhams each, and then you're going to pick a name out of the hat, and you basically have to buy a present for that person.
So basically like a little bit of a secret Santa.
Traditional Moroccan aphrodisiac.
Tomorrow it's off to Marrakesh, and then we're nearly done.
I'm so happy right now.